Welcome to the campus of Marshfield High School for tonight's match between the DC Evergreens and your Marshfield Tigers. Tonight's official signing by the Wisconsin Valley Conference. Their experience and integrity qualify them for this important responsibility. We trust you will be welcome guests of Marshfield High School. Tonight's officials are at center, Ryan Gooch, assisted by Dan Parlier and Stankowski. Let's meet tonight's starting lineups. For the DCS Evergreen. Number one, Jacob Lorge. Number three, Aiden Schultz. Number four, Cal Wenninger. Number six, Landon Gray. Number seven, Raul Rosales. Number eight, Jonah Vesper. Number 10, Colin Belton. Number 12, Tyler Quartz. Number 13, Evan Peak. Number 14, Giovanni Alonso. And number 19, Lucas Rickert. DC Everest is coached by head coach Josh Roloff. And now, your Marshfield Tigers! Number 11 in goal, Kai Renz. Number 2, Afton Hamill. Number 3, Landon Lee. Number 4, Keegan Frederick. Number 5, Captain Braxton Kurt. Number 6, Will Domini. Number 10, sorry. Number 7, Peyton Schreiner. Number 10, Captain Brett Manigal. Number 12, Matthew Uphaw. Number 15, Captain Lucas Bard. And number 20, Julian Compton. The Tigers are coached by head coach Jeff Moulter, assisted by Christy Frederick and Kristen Kolishek. The managers for the Tigers are Wesley Franklin, Lily Frigg, and Hayden Berger. At this time, please stand. Gentlemen, remove your caps and direct your attention to the flag at the north end of the field for the playing of our national anthem. We will do the police pledge.
Yeah, do the pledge.
Due to some unforeseen technical difficulties, please join me in the second pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Sing it? Yeah. I was scratching today when I tried.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Marshfield, Wisconsin and Marshfield High School for tonight's WVC matchup between the Marshfield Tigers and the DC Everest Evergreens. As we are about ready to get started here. I'm Jack Weber. And along with me is my producer, Gavin Zellick. As the Tigers get ready, as they are just finishing their pregame meeting and heading out onto the field. And we're about ready to get things going. Beautiful night here in Marshfield at this great facility. It was family night tonight, no, parent night I should say. Got to meet the parents behind the Marshfield soccer players of the JV and the varsity teams. We are glad to have you here on Zaleski Sports. As number 6, Landon Gray at midfield, ready to get this started as DC Everest will start, and away we go. As it is, that is number 12, Gortz with it, and Gortz taking it upfield. And that is number 13 as he gives it to Peak, clears it out, and it goes downfield. And trying to recover, but it ends up going out of bounds off the foot of number 19, Rickert, and the Tigers will take over. As Landon Lee was in pursuit of that. As upfield and a header from number 7, Rosales. Here is Schultz. Hitting upfield to number 6, Landon Gray. Gray to Alonzo. And the Tigers, as that is, looked like number 3, Landon Lee had it for a second, but number 4, Cal Weininger, as that is taken by the goalkeeper, number 1, Jacob Lorge. So there's Rosales. Rosales right to Lee. As the Tigers trying to take it upfield. And here's now the Evergreens at the ball. So there's number 13, Peak. Peak to Gortz. There goes Gortz, and that is ricocheted off the foot of Kurth, and Kurth is there again. It's number 12, Uphoff. Just a little under 2 minutes gone early here in this one, as there is Alonzo passing it upfield to Gray. Gray, and that was a good idea, but Kurth was there. There's Alonzo. Alonzo gives it to Rosales. And it is cleared out by number 4, Keegan Frederick. They'll bring on a throw-in from number 12, Tyler Gortz. And that goes off the foot of number 3, Aiden Schultz, and that'll be Marshfield ball, as throwing it in is number 7, Peyton Schreiner. Here's Kurth. I'm sorry, that was Demine, I apologize. As here come the Evergreens and overrunning it, and it is taken by the Tigers. Demine. There's Frederick. Scoreless early here. We appreciate you tuning in tonight. Marshfield and DC Everest. Alonzo to Peak. Here is Rosales. Bring it back, and that is number 10, Colin Belton. Upfield, the Evergreens have really been able to keep the ball on this side of the field. Still no shots on goal yet from either side, as that is cleared out of bounds. Last touch by number 12, Matthew Uphoff of the Tigers. Rosales to number 8, number 8, Vesper. Apologize. Rosales, and that is going to be attempted to chase down by Uphoff, but that'll go out of bounds, and that'll be Tiger ball. It'll be kick from number 15, Lucas Barth. And a good kick from Barth, and played by number 10, Manigal. Back to Manigal from Uphoff. And at center field, there's Alonzo, Rosales, Schultz. That is Gortz trying to get that to Alonzo. Back to Gortz. Gortz up to Schultz. Schultz, beautiful find to Rosales. Rosales, and down goes Barth. There's number 10, Belton, and that'll be headed out of bounds. Last touch by number 4, Weininger, and that'll be Tiger ball. As here is the throw-in. As Manigal, the captain, is waiting for that one. Number 12, Gortz. As Peak clears it out to Belton upfield, and the Tigers have it, and there is Frederick. Back to Frederick. That was Manigal. Frederick trying to get to the outside. And Rosales was able to get past Kurth. As here come the Evergreens driving, and there's Schultz. Schultz, and Barth was waiting for him. And that'll be out of bounds, and that'll be last touched, I believe, by the Evergreens. It'll be Tiger ball. As we wait to see who will send that away. As I believe it will be number 15, Lucas Barth, to send this one away again. Barth, captain, a senior. Scoreless with just a little under 6 minutes gone. Here's Barth, and another on drive, and that goes off of Peak. As chasing it down is number 20 Clopton, and running after it is Uphoff, and that'll be out of bounds, and it will belong to the Evergreens. Here comes Peak, and look at the speed. That is up ahead to number 6, Landon Gray. Gray gives it up to Schultz. Schultz in the corner, and a good attempt from the Evergreens. Evergreens still maintain possession. Alonzo. And that'll be cleared out. I believe that was Manigal. And the Evergreens will still maintain possession. It's fall, and who knows more about fall than Fleet Farm? You need fall cleanup supplies? Get it all at Fleet Farm. Check out their deals on mowers, carts, power equipment, grass seed, and more. Get everything you need in one stop. Get it all at Fleet Farm. This will bring on a corner kick from the Evergreens. Corner. And overshoot, we got a whistle. Attempting that header was number 12, Tyler Gortz. And it will be Tiger ball. As number 5, Braxton Kurth will send this one away. Scoreless early. DC Everest has pretty much kept the ball on Marshfield side of the field. And that is a good kick from Kurth. And a header, and that was number 8, Vesper. Here is Belton. Belton back to the goalkeeper, Lorge. Here's Vesper. Vesper up to Peak. Peak trying to get around Demine. Sorry, I apologize. It's not the easiest name to say. As battling it out. There's Peak. Back to Vesper. There's Rosales. Nice move by Rosales. Schultz. Gortz. Vesper. There's Peak, and Peak trying to catch them and meeting Braxton Kurth, and Kurth able to clear that one out, but the Evergreens get it right back. Here's number 10, Belton, sending in, and that was number 7, Peyton Schreiner, sending it away. As he's shooting for Schultz. Schultz and Schreiner fighting for it, and that is cleared out of bounds. That was last touch, I believe, by number 5, Braxton Kurth. And that should bring on a corner kick for the Evergreens, and it will be number 12, Tyler Gortz, to take the corner kick. Gortz. Here's Gortz, and Gortz actually stepped out of bounds as he tried to get that one to Belton. Scoreless here early as Schreiner throws that one in. There's Kurth. That's taken by Rosales. He's going to take a shot, and that's off the hands of the goalkeeper, Kai Renz, but a good recovery. And a save for Renz, and he will roll that one up, and that is right to Schultz. Schultz gives it up to Rosales. This number 12, Uphoff, takes on Rosales, and the Tigers trying to clear it out. Uphoff. Patel. Frederick. Manigal has it taken away. And up to Rosales. Rosales. Gortz. Alonzo. Weininger. Gortz. Gortz, nice move. Gortz gives it up. They got a shot here, and that is going to be a goal. And the Evergreens strike first tonight. They lead it 1-0. Was Weininger, I believe. Number 4, Cal Weininger with a goal. 1-0 Evergreens, leading Marshfield here in the early goings. Another attack. Rosales. And there's a good attempt from number 19, Lucas Rickert. That goes out of bounds.
Goal for 6. Noted. Thank you.
There's Peak. Gortz. Schultz. Rosales. And they send it back to number 10, Belton. Alonzo. Manigal takes it for the Tigers as number 3, Landon Lee, tries to clear that one out. Lee trying to get that one upfield to number 20, Clopton. That'll be out of bounds, and we'll bring on a throw-in from Frederick. Frederick taking it again. And that was Barth sending that one downfield. Here's Peak. Peak looking for Schultz. Nice pass. And Kurth takes it away, but the Evergreens get it right back. The Evergreens have really dominated possession of the ball so far in this game. Here is Peak, and Rickert will just let that one go out of bounds. 1-0 DC Everest. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. You're watching Soccer on Zaleski Sports.
You know better when you see it.
All right, 1, 2, 3.
But sometimes it's a little harder to tell what better looks like, and you could use a little help.
Thanks, Mom.
Security Health Plan. Everything you need in a health plan. Everything you'd expect from a good neighbor.
What Heartland Farms is a large potato and vegetable operation. Who Heartland Farms is a group of hardworking, dedicated people who have a common vision.
Heartland Farms is an accumulation of individuals who came from family farm backgrounds, grew up on family farms, and now have come together as one larger team to own and manage a much larger farm enterprise.
And we are back. 1-0 DC Everest. As that is cleared out of bounds, last touched by number 4 Weininger, who has scored the goal tonight for the Evergreens. It's Alonzo chasing it. Alonzo. Gortz. Taking it upfield is number 9, Patel. I apologize. Don't have the greatest angle from up here. Here's Rosales. Manigal, as Rosales is able to keep that ball after a little bit, as Rosales upfield, and that is cleared out by Barth as Schreiner. That is Vesper up to Peak. Rosales back to Gortz. Gortz, nice attempt of a pass from Schultz. As Patel tried to run up on it. There's Gortz. Gortz. Good pass back to Gortz. And that one was tipped, but Renz is right there as Barth. And that was a nasty collision, and we're going to have an injured player here. And we'll take a quick break, and we'll be back in a few. You're watching Soccer on Zaleski Sports.
I had an employee at once ask me to prioritize family, faith, and business, and I put them in that order in particular. For each one of our employees, it's family first. You do what is best for you and your family. Then the rest of it will take care of itself. It's about making sure you make the best decisions for you and your family.
A good sight for Marshfield fans as Barth is able to get up and walk it off. Just probably got the wind knocked out of him. It was a physical collision, but it is good to see that Barth is up and walking, and hopefully get back in this game tonight. One nothing as we are about to just hit the 16-minute mark on the first half, as Renz, the goalkeeper for Marshfield, is going to just roll this one, as that is number 7, Schreiner. Patel. And that is taken by the Evergreens, as that was apologize. That was Rickert number 19. Here's Rosales. Peak. And right idea. Here's Schultz. And that is taken by number 12 up off of the Tigers to Frederick. And the Evergreens will send that back to Lorge. To Vesper. Peak. That is number 10, Belton. And a good pass, and Rosales left alone. Rosales to Schultz, and that is going to go into the corner. Can Schultz cut it off and prevent it from going out of bounds? He does. And a good job by Schultz to kick that off. That was number 7, Schreiner. And that'll bring on a corner kick for the Evergreens. And it will be number 12, Tyler Gortz. And another scoring opportunity for the Evergreens. Here's Gortz. Setting it up. And that will go on top of the goal. Not quite enough angle on that one. Still 1-0. Here's Schreiner. There's Patel. Patel against Rosales. Alonzo. Rickert. And a header from Patel, but that goes right to Aiden Schultz. Schultz upfield. Landon Gray. And that'll be saved by Kai Renz. Here is Renz, and he'll punt it away. And a good high punt from Renz. And that is a big ricochet off of Gortz. As Lorge. Here's Peak. And Peak take this one upfield. Look for a guy open. Peak. Back to Vesper. And what a downfield kick from Vesper. And Renz will play that on a hop, and he fields it. And he will punt that one away. There's Manigal. Alonzo. Peak. I take it upfield. Peak, and he was looking for, I believe that was Weiniger. And that'll be out of bounds. But it was last touched by DC Everest, so it'll be Tiger ball. DC Everest struck early with a goal by number 4, Cal Weininger. And a good deep shot, as that was number 20, Clopton, but he was covered by 2 Evergreens. But it was last touched by DC Everest, so that'll bring on a corner kick as number 10, Brett Manigal, the captain for one of the captains for the Marshfield varsity soccer team, will kick it. And a possible scoring opportunity for the Tigers. Here's Manigal. And that is cleared out by the Evergreens. As here is number 7, Schreiner. Patel to Uphoff. Uphoff plays it on a hop. And can the Evergreens clear this out? And a good move by Schultz, but it is going to go out of bounds. Schreiner will throw it in. And that is read immediately, and that's off. Kicked right at Keegan Frederick. Here's Alonzo. Alonzo and Rosales, kind of a awkward passing scenario there, but Alonzo, peek. Belton. Alonzo. Here's Manigal, but he gets it taken away. Now here's Weiniger. As Lee takes it up. See, back to Kai Renz. Here's Peak, and he is taken down. No whistle between Patel. Landon Lee trying to chase that one down as Belton sends it back to Lorge. As Lorge kicks it to Vesper. And Vesper boots it downfield. And that is headed by number 5, Kurth. There's Clopton trying to get that end, but that was attempted for Lee. Right there, though, is Lorge. He's advancing in a good deep pass. Schultz going after Kurth. That gets past Manigal. Weiniger. To Peak. Back to Weiniger, who does have a goal tonight. Weiniger. Gortz. Gortz with a boot, and that is going to sail wide to the left. We will take a quick break. We'll be right back. You're watching Soccer on Zaleski Sports.
Little Sprouts is now open in Rudolph with the same great childcare you know about in Auburndale. Here's Brooke Sievers to tell us about it.
The community here in Rudolph has been extremely welcoming, and we're excited to serve here just like we do up in Auburndale. Part of the process is to help out the school districts and to help the children stay, their 4K children to stay close and get services right here. We serve here in Rudolph 1-year-olds up until 12-year-olds, and up in Auburndale we serve 6 weeks old until 12-year-olds.
Our Auburndale pea pods, wiggleworms, busy bees, and fireflies welcome the Rudolph sweet potatoes, lovely ladybugs, and beautiful butterflies. Contact Little Sprouts Learning Garden on Facebook today.
Jason Zaleski here to tell you that Hewitt's Meat has you covered with simple, easy, and free home delivery. Residents of North Dakota, South Dakota, Minnesota, Iowa, Illinois, and Wisconsin get free. That's right. Free delivery on every order from Hewitt'sMeats.com. Choose from bratwurst, wieners, bacon, jerky, sausage, cheeses, ham, snack sticks, gift boxes, and even the popular grillers. With over 50 flavors of bratwurst, Hewitt's Meat with free delivery will please your entire family. Visit the store in Tomahawk, Marshfield, or Hewitt's Meat on Facebook today.
And we are back right here from Marshfield. I'll tell you about Stone Innovations. Get your next countertop, island, or stone wall from Stone Innovations. They specialize in the fabrication, design, and installation of such a great variety of stone products. For residential, commercial, or public structures, look to Stone Innovations at stoneinnovations.net. Again, that's stoneinnovations.net. That is going to be out of bounds, and that'll be evergreen ball as Weininger will throw it in for DC Everest. That is a boot downfield from Vesper, and that gets past Lennon True, number 2. And we have a whistle. And One nothing. DC Everest leading Marshfield, and a boot downfield as that will most likely roll out of bounds, and it will. Smart move by Schreiner. 1-0 as Braxton Kurth will kick it away on a goal kick. It's Kurth. And that is over pretty much everybody, and it Takes a little bit of a wild hop on number 10, Belton. Here's number 16, Finn Anderson. Weininger, Anderson, Schultz, Clopton, and that is taken by Rickert. Peak, get upfield. Here's Peak, and he takes that away, and that's Manigal. And, wow, they're getting handsy. Downfield, Weininger. Good attempt, and a nice save. That was Kurth. Number 12, Uphoff, Patel, Manigal, sorry. As downfield, Uphoff in the corner. Uphoff still has it. Uphoff trying to make a play here. Uphoff, Patel, and that's a goal! I don't know if that was tipped in by Paferi. I'm sorry, I'm not really quite... Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer, I don't know if that was tipped in, but Mahir Patel set that one up, and either way, we have a tie game, 1-1 here in Marshfield. Brand new game now. Number 2, Lennon True will send it back. That's Peak. Sending it to number 16, Anderson. Anderson upfield. That is Schreiner. Manigal. Pfeiffer. A nice save there by Hamill.
Yeah, sorry, my bad. All good. I just wanted to make sure I saw what I saw. Thank you.
Anderson. Weininger. And that is going to be sent out of bounds. Last touch by Kurth. We have just gotten word that it was a goal for Mahir Patel, and the assist from Matthew Uphoff. 1-1 as Weininger will throw it in for the Evergreens. True. Weininger, and that was headed out of bounds. A foul. Sending up a kick here, and it will be number 3, Aiden Schultz, or Weininger. They're kind of conversing. Looks like it's going to be Weininger, I believe. Weininger. Oh, no, it was True, and that is a goal for Alonzo. Aiden Schultz set that right up for Giovanni Alonzo, and the Evergreens regain the lead right back after Marshfield rallied to tie it. It is 2-1 DC Everest. And we are going to, as Tigers try to rally back and tie this up. Here's Manigal. That out. It was originally touched by Frederick, and that's being sent back. Alonzo. Rosales. Peak. Good find, and that was just overshot a little bit. I believe that was number 20, Jacob Giselle. And that'll go out of bounds. And that'll be Evergreen ball. As Gortz throws it in. Giselle. Patel. Hamill. Pfeiffer.
Sean, please don't hurt yourself. Someone put a sharp thing.
As kind of a breakaway here. Is trying to get that to Rosales. I believe that was true. That'll go out of bounds, but it will be Evergreen ball. So throw in from number 12, Gortz. Vesper. Giselle. And Gortz tried to go along the line with that one, but it goes out of bounds, and it'll be Tiger ball. As Schreiner throws it in. Patel. Patel downfield. And right there is Gortz. Gortz gives it to Rosales. And that is sent back by Schreiner. Up off. Frederick. Hamill. Takes a couple dribbles and then sends it to Patel. Patel, and he will take a shot, but that will go wide to the left. 2-1, and we will take a quick break. We'll be right back with Soccer on Zaleski Sports.
For over 50 years, the Dental Clinic of Marshfield has served the area with the talent and expertise of big city dentistry with a hometown feel. With our multi-specialty staff and board-certified periodontist, orthodontist, and pediatric dentist, Dental Clinic of Marshfield has solutions for our patients of all ages from 1 to 100. We take pride in being in-network with an array of insurance companies to meet the needs of our community and our patients. No matter what your dental need, the Dental Clinic of Marshfield will be there for you.
Really got to understand what a nurse is. Do they focus on you? You know, do they make sure that you're comfortable? And, you know, that's what Shai has. It's the connection that he has, you know, my best interest in mind, always.
Why wait another day? Let's take the next step together towards a better life.
And we're back 2-1, DC Everest leading Marshfield here. Spooning it downfield as Renz come out. And Renz will pick it up and will most likely punt it away. DC Everest struck first. Then Marshfield responded with a goal, but that lasted only about a minute and a half maybe on a goal from Alonzo. As we have a throw-in. Looks like True is going to come out. Steinbach. Number 8 is in for, I believe, number 20. Clopton comes out. Here's Patel. We'll throw in now for the Tigers. To Uphoff. Pfeiffer. That'll go out of bounds. As Lorge. Vesper. To Giselle. Gortz, and that'll go out of bounds, and it'll be Tiger ball as Schreiner will throw in for the Tigers. And Schreiner almost had to check his footwork there, but it is Manigal. Set to the center. Hamill, Patel, and a header. Manigal, had a perfect look. He sends it through the goalpost. As Gavin said, wrong football. That is definitely a good-looking field goal kick. Tigers trying to even this one up before halftime. It's a nice play by, nice slide from number 12, Gortz. And a good boot downfield from Hamill. Here's Manigal. Manigal sets up Pfeiffer. For Patel. Is it out? Patel still tries to go for it. It's Pfeiffer, and we have a whistle. It looks like a foul. And that'll be Evergreen ball. It is a foul. Sending it downfield. Schreiner takes it. Schreiner trying to. Here's Peak, and Peak takes it back, but Manigal's right there. Patel. Pfeiffer. Manigal. And that is met by number 10, Colin Belton. Here come the Evergreens down the field. It's taken back. Here we go. And, Giselle. Here goes Gortz. Gortz. Nice move. Gortz gets past Hamill. Trying to set it up. Rosales in the corner. As that is cleared out to Uphoff. Frederick. Manigal. And we have a whistle blown. I believe that number 21, Pfeiffer, was out of bounds when he touched the ball. And the throw-in for the Evergreens. Uphoff. Gortz. Giselle. And that is met by Kurth, Braxton Kurth. Uphoff to Steinbach, and that'll be out of bounds. And it will be Evergreen ball and a throw-in for DC Everest. As Uphoff sends that back, and that is deflected by Patel and out of bounds. Tyler Gortz. Gortz. Evan Peak. Alonzo. Clears it out to the wing. And that'll go out of bounds. Headed by Gortz. Up to Alonzo. Giselle. With just a minute left here in this first half. So here's Patel. Tigers need to get downfield as Giselle getting some physical contact there, and Patel gets taken out by Gortz. Giselle looking for number 6, Gray, and Gray sticking with it, and that is saved by Rosales from going out of bounds. Here's Rosales. Makes a move. Nice move by Rosales. Headed toward the goal, trying to center it, and that is sent long, and another one through the goal post. as that was number 6, Gray.
10, 9, 8, 7,
And it looks like the Tigers will just let the clock run. And that is the end of the first half. After one, DC Everest leading 2-1 over the Marshfield Tigers. We'll be back. You're watching soccer on Zaleski Sports.
Time now for the Jerry Sin Show, recorded at Edgar Family Restaurant in Edgar, and sponsored by Security Health Plan. Security Health Plan, promises kept, plain and simple. Visit securityhealth.org today. Welcome to the Jerry Sin Show. I'm your host, Jason Zaleski, here at Edgar Family Restaurant on Edgar's lovely north side. Here visiting with Coach Sins again today. Coach, let's first start. You missed your second ever game from the sidelines. Of course, you had a good reason. We'll talk about that later on during our talk here today. But what you missed was 42-0 over at Marshfield. We'll go to the end of the game first. Sometimes in those games that are one-sided, there's an advantage to that. So one, hopefully injury-free. You want to stay healthy in those types of games. But players that will be featured in 2023, in 2024 get to have some playing time. So how do you and the coaches take advantage of situations like that and let the future kids come in and get some work on a Friday night?
Oh yeah, you're completely correct there, and we've tried to do that pretty much all the time for years and years. If you're fortunate enough to get ahead, then you can keep your starters healthy. That's why we very seldom have any starters with gaudy statistics, because they don't get many opportunities to build those kinds of stats. And of course, the young guys get playing time. They stay interested, they stay motivated and involved, and of course, yeah, then the next year they have some varsity experience from those situations. Yeah, we were ahead 35, to nothing, I believe, at halftime. So I wasn't there to witness it for sure, but I'm reasonably sure that, yeah, most of our JVs got to play probably pretty much the second half.
Yeah, and a big advantage for that, because there's a huge step up from practice during the week to the lights are on, the people are in the stands and all that. There's some pressure in that, especially for a freshman or a sophomore. So to feel that pressure early on in their career helps them definitely later on. You hopped on an airplane on Wednesday. Game was on Friday. So coming into Wednesday, what was your message to the team? How did you handle communicating with them and still helping them to get ready for that game on Friday night?
Yeah, I had to let them know on Sunday when we had the film session following the Pacelli game, where we were looking at Pacelli and then watching Marshfield, that I would not be there the following Friday, and why I would not be there. And of course, many of our kids are at least aware of my grandson, because he's kind of one of the top-rated players in the state of California. So they've seen him on film and so on, and I told them, well, I've never seen him play a game, and I think this is the best week of the year maybe to do it. They're playing their crosstown rivals, so it'll be a big game. And so yeah, I left early on Wednesday morning. I had completed practice plans for Wednesday and Thursday, and left them with one of the assistant coaches to put up and so on. We already had the defensive game plan in, the offensive play script. We were just, we had talked about spread the ball around, let everybody, get involved and so on. So, and of course, it worked out pretty well that way. Fortunately, we got a JV game in with them on Monday too down there, so that was good. So the kids got to play a little more, and some of the younger guys got to play. But everything worked out well, other than the weather in California, which was a mess.
We'll tell everybody how that all went at the end of the show, because I think it's an interesting story. It's something that we don't hear around here. Here we shovel snow, but that's kind of our big complaint year-round in this area of the country anyway. All right, so no big deal this Friday. Just got the defending state champs coming in to play football. Now, you're no stranger to big games, and over the years, and games at your place or on the road, we can go through the whole history of them. But this is a pretty big game, and Colby in conference now, so it's a conference game on top of it. How do you go about talking to your guys about about that? You know, they're the state champs coming in, and how do you keep everybody level and just focus on Edgar Wildcats football?
Well, yeah, we started, of course, right away on Sunday night. We had film at 5 o'clock on Sunday night, and I got home at about 4 o'clock on Sunday afternoon after changing my flight plans because of the game getting switched. But yeah, we began talking about it immediately. And of course, we look at film and try to explain to them that no, it will not be a game like the last 2 weeks have been.
Right.
It'll be a game more similar to the Stratford game, which was our second game of the year, which was more of a defensive battle. And fortunately, we came out, on top of that one. But it was a good, hard-hitting game from start to finish. And of course, the kids remember, playing at Colby last year. We have quite a few guys back that actually played at varsity last year. So they're certainly aware of the fact that the game is going to be, hard fought from start to finish. And the practice routine has been good this week. The focus has been good. So I think we're ready to probably play well.
Jim Hagan, coach of the Colby Hornets, has had a lot of success over there. What do you know about Jim? What's your relationship or your history with Coach Hagan?
Well, I haven't met them all that much because they've only been in a conference a couple of years now. And of course, the first year was 2020 where we had the COVID situation. Mm-hmm. We used to play Colby a little more years ago, and he was on the staff at that time too. But yeah, I went and listened to him talk at the clinic in Madison last year. He spoke a while, and then his O&D coordinator spoke and so on. So we're somewhat familiar with them. We know the style, that they play. They've gotten a little more wide open now too. They use many more formations and offenses than they used to. They just play hard-nosed defense. They always have a good kicking game. They always have a good punter and a good kicker. So they do a lot of the same kinds of things that we try to do, and so it'll be a tough battle.
You mentioned some similarities, or at least some comparisons between the game that you hosted against Stratford, now Colby. So Kohler Kilty, running back for Stratford, kind of a big bruiser, a little younger guy, but a bigger bruiser. Now you got Caden Healy, I'm sure you've seen on film, almost 500 yards rushing. What did that game against Stratford do specifically defensive-wise to help your kids understand that here's another good running back that's coming in here this week?
Well, yeah, Healy is a different type of a runner. He's more of a slasher and a speed guy, where Kilty was more of a power guy, even though he, had some finesse too. But yeah, it's a different situation. Their blocking schemes, of course, are different too. The formations are similar. Certainly they know, because they know from last year, when we played him, that he scored a touchdown or two in the game last year. Last year he played a little bit different position than he's playing now. He was more their wing reverse guy, where now he's like their featured back. But yeah, they're certainly aware of it. Lopez is another, good runner for them. They have a littler guy. His name is Rude.
Yeah, Rude. Yeah.
It's a quick, shifty little guy that is now doing the things that Healy was doing more last year. And so once again, the kids are aware that he can break one if you don't stay awake and so on. Quarterback has a pretty good arm, throws the ball pretty well too. So yeah, they have a good, varied offensive attack, and you can't really focus too much on one thing or somebody else will beat you.
Homecoming week, on top of everything else that's going on. For me, homecoming was more about the other, the school in general and the community and the town. But still, there's a chance that some of the guys could lose some focus, get wrapped up in the homecoming activities, make sure they've got a date for the dance and all those kind of things. And how do you keep their head straight on homecoming week?
Yeah, we started talking about that right away on Sunday, and of course we re-emphasize it every day that, have fun in the homecoming activities, but don't put too much time, effort, and energy into that. Save as much as you can for the game, and then you can celebrate it on Saturday or whatever after the game. So yeah, we're always aware of that situation, and hope that the guys are listening when we tell them that.
Conference-wise, everybody's has played 2 conference games here so far. Abbotsford, Auburndale, Colby, Edgar, all 2-0 in conference. Obviously, the winner on Friday night moves to 3-0. With there being so many teams at the top right now, you may not have room for a loss.
Welcome back. We are approaching 8 o'clock here in Marshfield, and it is time to start the second half with the DC Everest Evergreens leading the Marshfield Tigers 2-1. And we are ready to go as number 20, Julian Clopton, set to send it away. And we are ready to go. Patel. Hamill. Sends that to number 17, Jacek Mancheski.
Tell him to bring me the eggs and spinach and I'll make my quiche.
A good send from number 19. And out of bounds. That was number 19, Lucas Rickert, for the Evergreens.
You'll have to tell him it's going to be my first ever quiche. I've never made a quiche.
Kai Renz will set it up for Kurth.
I also don't like red meat.
And that was for Manigal, Patel, Alonzo, Rickert, Rosales. Rosales moving it in more of a backward motion. And that is. And back to number 8, Jonah Vesper. Gray, the freshman, setting it up for Rosales. And a lot of Tigers in the area. And that, I believe, was last touched by either Gray or Rosales. And it will be Marshfield ball. Tigers trying to even this one up with 1-0. DC Everest struck first. Tigers were able to tie it, but then the Evergreens struck pretty quickly with a goal by Alonzo. Field. Nice try by Pfeiffer, and that'll be Everest ball. Thank you for tuning in with us tonight. Thursday night. Tomorrow is Friday football night. I'll be in Wapaka and Shawano. You can catch that right here on Zaleski Sports. Weininger. Peak. Advancing it upfield. Peak to Rosales. Rosales. That one. And a threat. And that hits the crossbar. Good try by the Evergreens, but almost pulled a double doink there. And it is going to be Marshfield ball. As Kurth will get ready to send it away. It's Kurth. Nice kick from Kurth. Man, that had some good height on it. As Clopton. Manigal back to Clopton. Oof. Nice big collision there. Hamill and Patel. Gray. Evergreen still with it. Alonzo. Alonzo taking it upfield. Alonzo trying to get past Kendrick. I'm sorry, Frederick. I apologize. I believe Peyton Schreiner throwing it in. Yes, that was Schreiner.
That's also something I've been wanting to try, like making pan sauces, reducing things. Yeah.
Peak. That has it taken away. And that's Landon Lee back to Manigal. Manigal trying to spin out of trouble. Manigal sets it up. As that was Mancheski. Rosales back to Alonzo. Alonzo off of Schultz.
That's the main reason I want to travel places. Okay, let's see what kind of
And nice kick. Ooh, that had a good look from number 10, Belton, but it was out of the reach, and it'll be Marshfield ball. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there, and like a good neighbor, Carrie Van Aert State Farm is there for you in Wisconsin Rapids. Get a free quote from Carrie Van Aert State Farm on auto, homeowners, renters, business, life, short-term income protection, long-term income protection, as well as banking products. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there, and like a good neighbor, Carrie Van Aert State Farm is there for you in Wisconsin. Find Carrie Van Aert State Farm on Facebook to get started. That was a nice save from Kai Renz, and that's going to go out of bounds. I believe that was last touched by Clopton. Weininger throws it in. And good work by the freshman Landon Gray. Gray, and got a little too physical there with Clopton. And a foul called. Nice boot from Kurth. And Manigault went up for it. Here's Peak, and he'll send it back to Lorge. As Clopton going after Lorge, and Lorge just able to get that away to Gray. Rickert taking on 2 Tigers and kicking it out of bounds. Oh, no, nice save from Kurth. Right there is Rosales. Rosales moving it to the center of the field. Rosales. Rosales and almost a collision between 2 Evergreens on that play. Here's Patel. And that is going to be off of Belton and out of bounds. And it'll be Marshfield ball. That'll be a throw-in from Wancheski, number 17. Just a little over 6 minutes gone here in the second half. To the center. Hamill. Kurth. Schreiner. That's for Pfeiffer. That'll stay in bounds, and the Evergreens control it. Rosales. Here's Rosales. The backwards pass. Peak. Peak's got a wide open lane, and Peak taken on, and we got a whistle, as that was Peak and Hamill. And number 2, Afton Hamill, did the charge motion that you mainly see in basketball games. And ooh, that was a handball, I believe. That was off the hand of Schreiner. And that'll be now Tyler Gortz to send it away for the Evergreens. Gortz, ooh, nice kick. Had a lot of power on that one. Weininger plays it on a hop. And Weininger, I apologize, with a nice move to get past Landon Lee. Weininger into the corner. Rickert, and I think he stepped on the line. Offsides. And it will be a Marshfield kick by Kurth. Braxton Kurth. Heartland Farms is a 5th-generation potato and vegetable farm producing many varieties of chipping potatoes and currently farming 27,000 irrigated acres and growing. They are currently the cream of the crop in the potato farming business. Learn more at heartland.farm. That's heartland.farm. Pfeiffer to Manigault. Patel. Lee. And that is back to Lorge. Landon Lee still going after it. To Alonzo. To Weininger. Up to Gray. Rickert. Rickert trying to get past Wancheski. And that is going to be off of DC Everest. That is off of Rickert. And that'll be Marshfield ball. as Kurth will set to take the goal kick. Kurth's had some impressive deep kicks tonight. It's Kurth right to the center. A little bit of a dangerous pass there by Kurth. And we have a whistle. A lot of contact there. 2-1 DC Everest as we are about to approach 10 minutes gone here in the second half. Setting it up. Rickert, and that is going to roll out of bounds, and we are going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be back in a few. You're watching Soccer on Zaleski Sports.
Nasonville Dairy, family owned and operated, bringing you fresh cheese curds made daily, along with many other varieties of Wisconsin-made cheeses and treats. Don't forget to check out our cheese and sausage trays for your upcoming parties and cheese and sausage gift packages for the holiday season or any other special occasion. Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on US Highway 10, NasonvilleDairy.com.
Witness the difference of a Catholic education at Columbus Catholic Schools.
I think everyone should just know what makes this place special.
Come and see. That's just what the Lord always said, and put your toe in the water. There are great schools, and it's a good fit. I'd always want them to come and to just to feel the goodness and the family atmosphere.
I invite everyone just to come in and see what it's about and to see if it might be right for them and their family.
We invite you to schedule a tour today.
And we're back. Almost a disaster for the Tigers on that one. 2-1 DC Everest. And I think we got a down player. This gives us a chance to tell you about our friends at Whitetail Properties. If you're looking for hunting or recreational property, just call Brian Rush with Whitetail Properties at 715-213-4468. Again, that's 715-213-4468. Don't have the greatest luck on who the down player is. Also not sure if I believe it is a Marshfield player. Down on the goal. Hope he's okay. Just want to thank everybody who's tuning in right now. We always appreciate you tuning into Zaleski Sports to support whether it's your children, your friends, your grandkids, niece, nephew. Regardless, always great to have supporters all across the state of Wisconsin and across the country. We've had some out-of-state people coming in to view our. Looks like the down player is actually for DC Everest. That is number 19, Lucas Rickert. I think there was kind of a collision between players when the ball almost went in the goal, and I think Rickert kind of got the brunt of that. I want to thank the officials, coaches, trainers, spectators. Always pretty good turnout for a cooler Thursday night. Again, not complaining because it could be this many degrees below zero. But it is a little bit of a cooler night. But it is still a beautiful night. Not a far drive from Point. Only about 35 minutes, I'd say, from UWSP. Not a bad drive at all. Highway 10. And it looks like Rickert is able to get up. It looks like he is in a little bit of pain. He's been shaken up, but that was a pretty physical collision as he's been taken off field. Marshfield. DC Everest. All scoring took place in the first half. Just a little over 11 minutes gone here in the second half. Weiniger scored the first goal for the Tigers, not for the Evergreens. I don't know why I keep getting them mixed up. Then Mahir Patel, number 9, scored the goal for the Tigers. But then I think a little under 2 minutes later, Giovanni Alonso, number 14 for DC Everest, scored to put the Evergreens back on top. 2-1. Scrubhouse almost ready to get started again, but we'll tell you about Spectrum Benefit. Spectrum Benefit Solutions with offices located throughout central Wisconsin. Spectrum Benefit Solutions is your group benefits provider for health, dental, accident, and life insurance. Spectrum Benefit Solutions works with hundreds of clients of all sizes to help you attract and retain the best employees. Find Spectrum Benefit Solutions on Facebook to get started. Looks like we are finally ready to start again. Here's Wancheski, Patel, and there is Manigal. There's Bryce Sabatke, I apologize. Again, do not have the pronunciation guide for these names, so if I am saying them wrong, I do apologize. Here's Gortz. And that is going to be sent to Lee, and that is going to be off of Weininger and out of bounds, and Landon Lee will give it to Wancheski to throw in for the Tigers. Wancheski. Patel. Taken by number 6, Will Demeen. Frederick. It was Pfeiffer. And the Evergreens will send it back to Lorge. Lorge gives it up to Belton. Belton. Weininger. And a collision. Well, not really a collision, just more of a awkward hit. And that was number 17, Sabatke. As Lorge, that was Peak sending it back to Lorge. Lennon True, the high kick downfield. As Rosales. And that is Alonso. True. True, nice cut. Lennon True, and that is taken by Manigal. And a nice move by Manigal to get past Rosales. It's Pfeiffer, and that is out of bounds. That was last touched by Peak. And that'll bring on Schreiner to throw it in. Schreiner. Rosales. Rosales. Back to Weininger. Weininger. That is Sabatke. Wancheski. Collides with Alonso, and Wancheski sends it, and that is going to be Belton. Back to Lorge. Patel in chase. And a nice find. And that is going to be pretty close. And taking it away, and oof. That was, I believe, that was Tyler Gortz. Gortz had a little bit of a break and almost caught the Tigers napping, but it ends up going out of bounds, and a short kick for Kurtz. For Kurth, I apologize, not Kurtz. Demeen, Frederick, and Pfeiffer. That's going to be out of bounds. Last touched by the Evergreens. Two-1. Getting closer and closer to the halfway point of the second half. Looks like we're waiting for a ball, I believe. Or there's going to be a kick. And, oof, yeah, that's off the hand of I believe that was number 2, Lennon True. That was a missile by Kurth. I just think Lennon True was just kind of caught in a bad spot. Kurth ready to send it away again. like there's just some communication between the refs, and looks like we are all set. As Kurth will get ready to send it away again. It's Kurth. Big boot downfield. Patel. Manigal. Almost. A good play from number 10, Brett Manigal, but it ends up going out of bounds. However, I believe it was last touched by DC Everest, so it is a corner kick. So a possible scoring opportunity for the Tigers. And again, you still got time, but here's Manigal. Hitting it up and over Frederick, and that'll still go out of bounds. And that was last touched by DC Everest. So Mancheski will throw it in. Mancheski looking for Lee, and that'll go out of bounds. That was last touched by DC Everest, so another corner kick for the Tigers. And Braxton Kurth, Manigal, not Kurth, Manigal will come on to attempt the kick as Mancheski comes out and Clopton comes back in. And a kick. Oh, right idea from Manigal. And a nice save. I believe that was Alonzo. So 2 corner kicks for the Tigers, and they cannot take advantage of it. And that'll go out of bounds, and that was last touched by DC Everest, as Schreiner will throw it in. Here's Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer, ooh. As Gortz boots it downfield, and Kai Renz will wait for it. Renz. I'm going to try to... Renz thought about picking it up, and now he will. Renz with a line drive punt, and that's off of Rosales. And back to the center. That is number 7. No. Sorry, I believe that is Sabatke. No, Lennon True, I apologize. True throws it in, but it looks like we were not set. Or might be Marshfield ball. Substitution. Here is Rosales to the center. Alonzo, and a nice stop by Kai Renz on a save for Renz. And the score still remains 2-1. Renz might want to punt it away here. Try to find somebody to get that ball downfield. And Renz will punt it, and Alonzo. As Alonzo sends it wide, and that is going to roll out of bounds. Renz was trying to get that to, I believe, Will Demine. As Peak. That ball is tipped. And here come the Tigers. Patel. Patel in a fight there, and Patel able to win it. No whistle. Patel has it, and that was Colin Belton. Here is Patel. Or no, I believe he's going to let Braxton Kurth kick it away, and a big chance here for the Tigers. Try to Kurth. And a nice sliding stop from the goalie, Lorge. A little wide from Kurth, a little long, too. Still 2-1 in favor of Marshfield. DC Everest. Need to learn my schools here, apparently. As that is back to Weininger from Schultz, and that's almost taken away by Manigal. Up to Frederick. And that was last touched by DC Everest. Uphoff is contending for that one. Demeen. And out of bounds. Last touch by the Evergreens. That was Manigal in pursuit. And a throw in from Schreiner. Going for Patel. And Alonzo there. Alonzo will attempt to clear it out. Up to Schultz. Schultz dribbles around. And a nice as Kurth to Manigal. Clopton, as Lee goes back to Clopton. Clopton up ahead to Manigal. Schreiner. Downfield for Patel. As Lee tried to get in front of Weininger. Clopton battling for the header with Schultz and Clopton. Manigal. Patel. And that is back to Demeen. Patel. Frederick. Manigal. And Manigal slipped a little bit on the turf. And a whistle. That is going to be against DC Everest. And that'll be a kick for Keegan Frederick. 2-1 in favor of the Evergreens. The Tigers with a chance to try to tie it up here. Line drive kick. And attempting to go for it. And that is going to be off of Weininger. And that'll be a throw-in for Clopton. And Clopton has it taken away. And that is going to be out of bounds. And we are going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be back right after this. You're watching Zaleski Sports.
Stone Innovations, home of Wisconsin's largest granite and quartz selection, is now featuring the best stone shopping experience in the state. Our brand new indoor facility allows for a home-like, comfortable atmosphere. Choose from hand-picked stone from around the world and select the perfect look for your dream kitchen in the best lighting possible. Then sit down with our free design services to customize the look of your kitchen. Our projects come with a lifetime warranty. Stone Innovations, Wisconsin's granite and quartz leader. Appleton, Rhinelander, Clover, Madison.
Scotty's Pizza and Chicken of Marshfield has been voted Best Pizza in Marshfield 12 years in a row. With popular choices like broccoli, bacon, cheese, drunken chicken, or any of the 25 specialty pizzas, Scotty's is ready to earn your vote now at 715-384-8118. Choose Scotty's for pizza, chicken, subs, sandwiches, and more. Carry out, dine-in, and delivery. Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, 715-384-8118.
We're back, still 2-1, as a little bit of a push there. And that is going to be out of bounds. Last touch by Marshfield. Or, no, it was last touch by DC Everest. Never mind. I thought it was, yeah, it was kicked out, but it's true. Sends it back to Weininger. Kurth, Frederick. And Lee, nice play by Landon Lee. Deflect that one off of Schultz. Oops. Looks like we have a substitution. As number 15, Lucas Barth is coming back in. Barth got hurt in the early portion of the game. It's good to see Barth back out there. Patel. And they'll send that back to Lorge. Patel going after Lorge, and good pressure from Patel. Patel has done that a lot tonight. He has pressured the goalie. It has not amounted to any goals, but As Kai Renz, nice kick by Renz to get that one out. Up to Frederick. And a combination, I believe that was true. Here's Patel. Patel trying to reverse it. And Patel, that one's blocked. Kick is blocked. As Marshfield is kind of a little bit of afraid to attack the ball tonight. As running and trying to track down, and oof. That was almost not good for either. As that was Lucas Barth, who was not happy about that. I believe that was Lennon True for the Evergreens. Still 2-1. As Manigal, Demeen, Hamill. Here's Rosales. And that is going to go out of bounds, and that will be Marshfield ball, as that was intended. Looks like we have some substitutions for DC Everest. Schultz comes out. And Lucas Rickert comes back in. Lucas Rickert, if you are not joining with us, got into a pretty physical collision when DC Everest almost scored a goal to make it 3-1, but Rickert really got the brunt of that. But it is good to see both Rickert and Lucas Barth back in. Speaking of Lucas Barth, he just threw it in. Here come the Tigers trying to advance it downfield, and that is... DC Everest has pretty much ruled possession of the ball. However, in the second half, the Tigers have had some opportunities. That is out of bounds, and that is going to bring on another DC Everest throw-in. As here's Gray. Gray back to Rickert. No, sorry, not Rickert. Sending it downfield. This Lorge clears it out. Evergreens trying to clear the ball from their side of the field. Up to Peak. Peak. To Belton. Back to Lorge. And Patel. Oh, Patel's got it. Oh! That was almost a disaster for the Evergreens. Frederick has the ball taken away. Mahir Patel almost made the Evergreens pay for that mistake. Lorge, I don't know if there was a miscommunication or it was just not hard enough of a kick as Barth chucks it.
At Express Employment Professionals, we place people from all walks of life.
Rosales taking it downfield. Giselle. Gray. Back to Peak. Giselle has it again, and down goes Patel. Patel gets right back up. Landon Lee. That is number 5. Landon Schneck for the Evergreens. Deep downfield, rolling, and Kurth gets it back. Kurth fought with Rosales, and Kurth wins the battle with the header. And now Kurth still has the ball. Kurth up to Lee, and that is taken away, but right back, and there is... So that was Mancheski. Rickert. Gray. Gray sets it up. Barth trying to clear that one out. And he will, and that'll be out of bounds. And that'll be a throw-in for the Evergreens. And now it is really about, now it's really starting to become urgency time for Marshfield. Still have some time as we approach about 10 minutes left here in the game. Looks like we're going to have somebody else throw in for the Evergreens. That is cleared out by Barth, and that'll go out of bounds, and it'll be another throw-in for the Evergreens. True. Here comes Patel. Manigault. Frederick. Back to Frederick. Frederick still has it. Here goes Frederick. And he's taken down. And oof, no whistle there. Looks like a couple of people got shaken up after that. Looks like Frederick and I believe number 10, Colin Belton, also got a little shaken up there. Out of bounds is a corner kick for Marshfield, as Manigault will kick it for the Tigers. Here's Manigault. Manigault. And a nice catch by Lorge. Good timing there by Jacob Lorge, and a big play. And that is kicked back. Here's Lee. Lee. Patel back to Lee. Landon Lee to the center. Oh, that was a right idea by Landon Lee. And that is going to be out of bounds. It was last touched by Rickert. Landon Lee. Patel. Sent it. And there is Hamill. And, ooh, Kurth. Manchesky. Nice move by Manchesky. He's able to clear it. But that is right. And that is going to be sent out of bounds. That was number 10, Belton. Lee between two Evergreens. Manchesky. Here's Manchesky. To Patel. Patel tried to set it up for Lee. Landon Lee still chasing after Lorge. And Lorge will finally pick it up. That's about the only way Marshfield is going to stay in this. They got to pressure the goalie, and that's what they're doing right now, which is a smart late game plan for the Tigers. And a nice boot from Lorge. That is kicked out of bounds by number 5, Kurth. And that'll bring on an Evergreen throw-in. As Rickert and Giselle come out. As Schultz comes back in, Aiden Schultz. Now is the time where you see a lot of pressing from a team in Marshfield situation. Down one late in the game. Frederick. Lee. To Patel. Back to Lee. And that was last touch by the Tigers. It's DC Everest ball. Evergreens trying to hang on and win one on the road. Weininger will throw in. Weininger. Hamill. There's Lennon True to field that. And to the middle, that is Barth. To Manigault. Manigault sends it to Alonzo. Rosales. Try to get to the outside. Rosales, nice pass to Alonzo. Alonzo. Here's Schultz. And that is taken away by Braxton Kurth. Kurth to Landon Lee. Clopton. Belton. And a nice play by Lorge to get rid of that ball as Mahir Patel was in fast pursuit. Almost approaching the 5-minute mark. Patel, Clopton. And that was out of bounds. And last touch by the Evergreens. And Clopton to Patel. Patel has it. And that'll be sent out of bounds by number 13, Evan Peak. This is going to bring up a corner kick, and this is probably one of the biggest plays of the game. As Brett Manigal, the corner kick. Manigal to the center. Oh. I think that might have actually been deflected off a DC Everest player, but it is over the top of the goal and out of bounds. And it will be DC Everest ball as Lorge will send it up. Lorge has it again. Patel continuing to try to pressure. Hamill. Lancheski. And that is taken out of bounds. Last touched by the Evergreens. That was Schultz. Throws it upfield to Lee. Wow. Yeah, I mean, Weininger is playing a little handsy. Again, a little bit more of the other kind of football with that kind of defense. Here's Kurth. Kurth. Whoa! Oh, wow. What a catch by Lorge, but Jacob Lorge went airborne for it. And the more important question is Jacob Lorge okay? And we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back after this. You're watching Soccer on Zaleski Sports.
At Express Employment Professionals, we place people from all walks of life in all kinds of jobs.
Hi, welcome to Express. Please sign in and have a seat.
Great, thanks. Great, thanks. Great, thanks. Great, thanks.
And we're back. Jacob Lorge went pretty much full airborne on that play. Great play. As we are approaching the end, we'll tell you about Ag Country. Ag Country Farm Credit Services is a farmer-owned co-op offering a wide array of custom financing and financial services, from loans and leases to crop insurance and tax and records. They have you covered. Contact Ag Country in Stevens Point to get started. I believe they did not give a card to anyone because it was not intentional. But in that situation, it is really more important that Lorge is okay. Give Lorge a lot of credit. Try to finish this one up. And a short kick. And that is a good boot downfield. And Kurth will let that one go out of bounds. Manigal going the opposite way. It's Manigal. Manigal. Landon Lee. No, sorry, Hamill. I apologize. Hamill. Deflected. Up to Weininger. Here's Barth on the chase. And he'll give it up to Renz. Little under 3 minutes left. As Renz, a line drive punt right to Rosales. Rosales. No whistle. Setting it up. And that is, Aiden Schultz. Almost wrote an end to that one. That would have done it. As Manigal A big kick. Manigault, high, long kick. And that is taken back by the Evergreens. I'm sorry, that was Kurth. I apologize, not Manigault. They look pretty similar from a distance. And that is out of bounds. Last touch by Marshfield. There's just under 2 minutes left. And now he is in pursuit. There is Clopton and Lorge, and a nice kick by Lorge. There's Hamill. Lennon True. Schultz. And offsides. I'm not sure. Kurth. That ball was taken away. Wancheski. And that is off. That looked like off the hands of Weininger. No whistle. That certainly looked like a handball, but the officials did not agree. Here's Clopton. Pfeiffer. Well, that was intended for Pfeiffer. Weininger. That's going to be out of bounds, and I thought that was last touch by Weininger, but obviously, apparently it was last touch by the Tigers, by Pfeiffer. We're going to throw in from Belton. You have a substitution. As Gortz comes out for the Evergreens. Number 3, Aiden Schultz. True. Clear it. Frederick. And that's going to clear it out, and that is a big relief. Trying to get it out. Rosales has it.
10, 9, 8.
Rosales, and this is going to write a finish to this one. And time is going to run out on the Tigers. And DC Everest wins on the road. They win it 2-1. All goals scored in the first half, and the Evergreens take down the Tigers in Marshfield. They win it by a final of 2-1. We thank you for tuning in. Coming up next is the Nasonville Dairy post-game show. Nasonville Dairy with fresh cheese curds made daily. Get your cheese curds from Nasonville Dairy in Marshfield, Curtis, or NasonvilleDairy.com. We'll be right back with the post-game show right here on Zaleski Sports.
Nasonville Dairy, family owned and operated, bringing you fresh cheese curds made daily, along with many other varieties of Wisconsin-made cheeses and treats. Don't forget to check out our cheese and sausage trays for your upcoming parties and cheese and sausage gift packages for the holiday season or any other special occasion. Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on US Highway 10, NasonvilleDairy.com. All right, so we're here with Kim Hyman. Kim, Nasonville Dairy, 125 years in the making. Tell us about that.
You know, it's fantastic. It was the first plant built in Wood County back in 1885. Sal Nason and his family came here, and they started a small dairy plant. Eventually, that plant burnt down, but then they rebuilt onto this same facility, and our family moved here in the late 60s in 1968 and took it over from there, and it's been just a fantastic growth. Great community, great people we have working for us. Oh, it's an open market. It's huge. You know, the opportunity for the diversity in the cheese industry is fantastic, and you have to be that way in order to sell a lot of product. And so we've got a great group of people working on the research and development side for us. So it's been really fortunate for us. Oh, right. We have 185 farm families that market their milk through us here at Nasonville Dairy. And we are so lucky we have like the best dairy farms in not only in central Wisconsin, but in the United States, marketing milk through us. So we're just really fortunate on that side.
Actually, we started in 1968. Our father brought us here from another cheese plant in Wisconsin. We had come from the cheese business. We've always been in the business. We had moved around the state in different parts. He brought us here about that time. The plant ran 7,500 pounds of milk at that time, and now runs about 1.5 million a day. So. We originally started out with making cheddar, and now we make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmers cheese, pizza cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Friar, Seco, Parma, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Cafetieri, Cafla Graviera, as well as making some Gouda, Edam, and a little bit of Munster on occasion.
Nasonville Dairy, family owned and operated, bringing you fresh cheese curds made daily, along with many other varieties of Wisconsin-made cheeses and treats. Don't forget to check out our cheese and sausage trays for your upcoming parties and cheese and sausage gift packages for the holiday season or any other special occasion. Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on US Highway 10, nasonvilledairy.com. All right, so we're here with Kim Hyman. Kim, Nasonville Dairy, 125 years in the making. Tell us about that.
You know, it's fantastic. It was the first plant built in Wood County back in 1885. Sal Nason and his family came here, and they started a small dairy plant. Eventually that plant burnt down, but then they rebuilt onto this same facility, and our family moved here in the late 60s in 1968 and took it over from there, and it's been just a fantastic growth. Great community, great people we have working for us. Oh, it's an open market. It's huge. You know, the opportunity for the diversity in the cheese industry is fantastic, and you have to be that way in order to sell a lot of product. And so we've got a great group of people working on the research and development side for us. So it's been really fortunate for us. Oh, right. We have 185 farm families that market their milk through us here at Nasonville Dairy. And we are so lucky we have like the best dairy farms in not only in central Wisconsin, but in the United States, marketing milk through us. So we're just really fortunate on that side.
Actually, we started in 1968. Our father brought us here from another cheese plant in Wisconsin. We had come from the cheese business. We've always been in the business. We had moved around the state in different parts. He brought us here about that time. The plant ran 7,500 pounds of milk at that time, and now runs about 1.5 million a day. So. We originally started out with making cheddar, and now we make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmers cheese, pizza cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Friar, Seco, Parma, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Cafetieri, Cafla Graviera, as well as making some Gouda, Edam, and a little bit of Munster on occasion.
I'm here with Coach Roloff and Jacob Lorge. So, Coach, what did you say was your favorite part about your guys' effort tonight in the win against Marshfield?
I like the way they responded. I think it was a big thing. Obviously, we got the lead right away, and then Marshfield did a nice job at tying it up. So we were able to kind of get back in the lead with our set piece there, and just kind of have that resilience. I think is really going to be important as we go forward.
Yeah, I mean, one thing I noticed is that you guys did a really good job of keeping the ball on Marshfield's side of the field, even though it didn't result in a boatload of goals. It still provided enough time for you guys to just keep the ball and just dominate with the side. I guess what was your message at halftime? Just to your team about, was it just continuing that pressure and?
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what we pride ourselves here at Everest is on our possession. And I think that, when we're able to do that successfully, Marshfield did a good job of applying a lot of pressure on us. And when we actually kind of broke that pressure, that's when we found our most success.
All right. Well, thank you, Coach. I'll talk with Jacob.
Sounds good.
Thank you.
Thanks.
So, Jacob, excellent effort tonight. Some impressive saves, especially the last one where you almost kind of went a full airborne, a little Air Jordan there. So, I mean, just tell me about how you felt after that. I mean, I'm sure it was probably kind of shaken up, but, I mean...
Yeah, I love going airborne, but when you get in there, it's not the best. I think I landed on my head. At that moment, it's more about the team. If you get up, if you're on your team, you can bounce back. Especially at that point in the game, 2-1. 10 minutes left, you just got to stick it out. It's for the team at that moment.
I mean, you definitely were one of the big reasons for your team's victory tonight. I guess what's your mindset going through the rest of the regular season and then eventually going into regional playoffs and possibly state and just further on?
I think for a lot of players on the team, it's one game at a time. We came away here, dominated most of the possession. Next, we play tomorrow at Chippewa Falls at home. I think we focus there, then the next game. But yeah, I think one game at a time, that's the best we can do right now.
Alrighty. Well, we do have a tradition at Zaleski Sports. I just need you to say your name and then say, "I'm in the house."
Hi, my name is Jacob Lords. I'm in the house.
All right, thank you, Jacob.
Thank you.
Thank you for tuning in. Final score from Marshfield, DC Everest 2, Tigers 1. We appreciate you tuning in here on Zaleski Sports. I'm Jack Weber saying good night, everybody, and we'll see you next time.